south side of busy Highway 3, maybe 10k to the southwest. It's getting towards supper time on Wednesday, July 23rd, 2014, and we're just a couple of miles south of St. Walburg, Saskatchewan. Sounds like big fun on the south side of town. The farmhouse hostelry, restaurant, hotel, some industry. And looking south down Highway 26. Turtleford is about 33k away, and North Bamford 19. This is the oldest elevator in St. Walburg, built by Searle in 1959. Home Grain was the first to build here in 1921, followed by the Pool in 1926 with their number 101 elevator. After that, in 1928, came Province Elevator. Searle bought the Home elevator in 1931 and twinned it with its new structure in 1959. The Pool demolished the twin in 1972 and closed the whole operation in 1984. Saskatchewan 101 was just to the right there and was closed in 1977. Pioneer acquired the old Province elevator in 1948 and rebuilt it in steel in 1985 and closed in 2005. This is Railway Avenue, looking at the corner of Main. In 1920, Canadian National began extending the old Canadian Northern Line from Battleford to Turtleford northward. It's rumored they are going to go through to Loon Lake, Pierceland, and on to Cold Lake, Alberta. Steel got this far in 1921 and no farther, though you can trace the cut line of the right-of-way on Google Earth up to Loon Lake and beyond. CN suspended regular service on this line probably in the 1990s and tried to sell it in the 2000s, were unsuccessful, and the rails have been pulled. And here's Mal Barber, patron of the Saskatchewan Cycling Association, and Bob Cochran, director of the Great Annual Saskatchewan Pedal for 2014. In 1921, CN built a portable at exactly mile 77 from North Battleford. They replaced it by this third-class station in 1922. It was sold off in 1982. It is now part of the town's museum. Westward along the grade, looking due south along First Street East, and at the bottom of Main Street, north end of Main Street. Famous for its chuck wagon races. St. Walburg. By the early 1920s, there was a 30-room hotel here. 3 general stores, a hardware, drugstore, 2 livery stables. All the things needed to make a prairie community. The corner of First Avenue and Main Street. Settlers began arriving in this area in the 1900s, clearing the bush and planting crops on patches of the better soil. This is all undifferentiated glacial moraine in through here, so you get some good patches and some bad patches. Dealership, attesting to St. Walburg's importance as a local node and the old station on the corner of First Avenue and Main is this park. One of the earliest pioneers in this area was the Rudolph Moosh family, who came in 1907. They established a store on their homestead in which Rudolph opened the post office of St. Walburg on January 1st, 1910. Looks like an old dealership over there. Parking in 1951 and 52 Chrysler. Moosh's store had been joined by a blacksmith, the rival flour mill, a pool room, and a cafe. It's little bit away from the town site Canadian National laid out in 1920. Closer was the Klansman post office, which Andrew Willey had opened on October 15th, 1915. Exactly 5 years later, it became St. Walburg's post office. St. Paul's United, likely built as a Presbyterian church. The village was incorporated January 18th, 1922, and St. Walburg became a town on February the 1st, 1953. A bustling commercial node this Thursday morning. And at the top of Main, at 2nd Avenue, is the former Church of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Built between 1924 and 1935 in stages. It is lavishly decorated on the inside by frescoes by German painter Count Barthold von Imhoff, who immigrated to St. Walburg at the beginning of the Great War and stayed on to reside in the community and decorate churches all over North America. His workshop and farm is south of town, about 10k. This is the new church. Since 1986, the old church has been the town's museum. A nice grotto. Original settlers were German, British, French, Scandinavian, Ukrainian. I wanted to mention that Rudolf Musch named St. Walburg after his wife, Walburgia, and there's a saint of the same name in German history. That old settlement is now known as Old St. Walburg. Walburg has an RCMP detachment and a health center with a clinic. K to 12 in school here. There's a bowling alley in town. Rinks, curling rinks, skating rinks, home of the Saints. This is the old elementary school. It's now a B&B and celebrates the Blueberry Festival that happens every July. Here's the arena. And some livestock pens for the rodeo. Curling rink over there somewhere. Ball diamonds over there. Good looking ball diamonds. Ironically, one of the first shipments on the new rail line was the rival flour mill that had been built at Old St. Walburg in 1915. It was dismantled in 1921, shipped off the Dodds line. More ball diamonds. Off to the left there is the racetrack, maybe a half-mile circuit. And Saskatchewan pool elevator from 1968, closed in 2001 rather, and it's now owned by St. Walburg Agro. Population of St. Walburg in 2011 is 716. That's up almost 30 folks from 2006. St. Walburg, Saskatchewan.